Hotepu everyone. On the screen we see here the third of my Pa'ut meaning a scientific schematic of humans. We have in the earlier videos the Pa'ut of peace, your true nature, the Pa'ut of the universe called Anu, the polarity and changeability of the universe in action, and this Pa'ut is the one that is the most important, of course, for humans, and by far the most complex, the most detailed. This is the map of enlightenment. To the blacks of the Nile Valley, the Kamau, spirituality is as technical to us as cell phones and rocket science would be to Westerners. We view the spirit in a very technical manner. So this map has several sections. Here we have this area here in the oval with Amun Rak Ptah. This part of the map establishes how humans can prove that God exists, that the Creator exists. It's through this construct that we prove it. Amun basically means cosmic consciousness, intelligence, universal intelligence. So Amun, whom we met in the Pa'ut of peace, the Zuhet, Amun means the consciousness that's running all things in the universe with formulas through mathematical equations. Ra represents the kinetics, the dynamics of the universe, the energetic behavior of the universe. And Ptah represents the structures, the forms, the geometrics of the universe. So we have this triangle of Amun, the formula maker. The word Amun also means hidden. He's the hidden one. You don't see the formulas for gravity. You don't see the formulas for the speed of light. But through observing the behavior of Ra or energy in the universe, or by observing forms, studying the structures of plants and blood cells and the nervous system and the galaxy and the tectonic plates, through the study of forms and the study of energetic behaviors, we have the hidden one Amun revealed. In other words, the way you prove God is by studying the formulas behind energy and behind structures in the universe. And the fact that there is a formula, there must therefore be a thinker. So it's through formulas of energetic behavior and forms that the hidden great genius Amun is revealed. This is key. Note we're not trying to define the Creator, God, as a feeling or faith or belief or this kind of fuzzy feeling in the universe. No. Scientific formulas reveal his hidden presence. This establishes the Kamau view of the Supreme Being. Then we have here this necklace-like link of symbols. These would be the 7 chakras. The 7 chakras are the centers within you. These are the subtle centers that link to your glands. They're the energetics of the glands, the subtle energy of the glands. And from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, counting bottom up, we have the first 5 chakras. Earth here, then water, followed by fire, air, and then what's called ether, or sound/space. These top 2 chakras are not part of the 5 elements, earth, water, air, fire, and space. These are the 2 that control the other 4. So we have 2 controllers and, I'm sorry, the other 5. We have 2 controllers and 5 forces being controlled. Now, the chakras are simply the sources of your success. I have a chakra workshop, which you can sign up at the webpage. I'll put a link below. But you learn very deep, hidden, unknown dynamics of your chakras. And the 5 elements, earth, water, air, fire, ether, correspond to parts of your chart. Your earth signs, water signs, air signs, fire signs. And ether is what directs them to balance, which is the sound currents, the Heka. The third eye is the consciousness that guides the 5. And the crown chakra is the calmness, the peacefulness that protects your chakras. So these are called the fuels of success. These fuels of success feed into the next image of the zodiac wheel, which contains, as I alluded to a moment ago, the 4 elements, earth, water, air, fire signs. And this wheel breaks down into such immense complexity. It's an infinite fractal zoom. It's a bound condition that you can learn more and more about infinitely by going deeper and deeper into this wheel. But this represents the psychological health and the success on earth of your life. So the zodiac wheel is a method for knowing all things. It is a super map of genius, of knowing and understanding everything in the universe. That's called what I call pure astrology, theoretical astrology. Then there's applied astrology, where you work with your chart predictions, electional astrology, psychological astrology, medical astrology, etc. This is an X-ray of your spirit, your subconscious mind. The chakras are the fuels of your subconscious mind. The zodiac is the behavior and the timing or releasings of the behaviors of your chakras in real life. And over here we have the tree of the ancestors on the west side or the left side here. This represents what some call Kabbalah. We call the tree of eternal life. There are 2 trees. I've only shown one here. This is called the tree of eternal life. Your ancestors live in these spheres on the other side when you leave your body. Through dreaming or at so-called death, you will be drawn like a magnet to one of these spheres. These heavens, these are 10 heavens. Well, really 9 heavens. This lower one here is an earth, is the earth. And there are these 22 paths of connection, these wiring systems. And there's a lot of secret geometry hiding in this image about the afterlife, eternal life, and how to live beyond the grave. So we work with this tree to help work with our ancestors, our ancestral issues, our ancestral talents, and to bring peace and blessings to those noble ancestors who have passed before us. Here we have the symbol Ma'al, which means the cubit, 18 inches basically. But I use it here to refer to working with what's called your Sahu, your acupuncture meridians, through a mathematical technique. Your acupuncture meridians are the foundation of your vitality, your energy, your pep and vev. And finally, we have the Shabaka stone text here. The Shabaka text talks about the value of right work. This phrase is used a lot in Buddhism, but we had it in ancient Kemet, of course, well before the Buddha. But the Shabaka text, when you decode it, reveals the value of having your right work, doing your function in society properly, having the proper career and job. So we went from knowing how to prove God through the formulas revealed through math and structures in the universe. We have the fuels of success. We have the outputs of success, the results of success or their failures. We have honoring the ancestors here. We have the foundation of eternal vitality here. And then we have the recommendation, the call to having your perfect job, having a good career. That as people, particularly Black people, you have to know you must work, particularly at a job that fulfills your mission, your divine function. And this is the introduction to this Pa'ut of humans. Each one of these things you're seeing on the screen can be taught. I could do a 1-year class on this one, a 10-year class on this one, a 20-year class on this one. There's so much in these that it can go on and on. But I do give it structure, do give it timing, where you can learn a certain amount by a certain point and be certified as a human. Just because you're born human doesn't mean you're going to act like one. And so this Pa'ut's function is to civilize your brain centers, to turn you from a wild, uncultivated brain structuring and behavioral expression to a refined, well-tended garden of response and of brain development. So, stay tuned for more information about these Pa'uts. They are the key to genius, to happiness, to enlightenment, and to all of your blessings. When you awaken your inner peace through the Pa'ut of Zuhet, when you learn to work with the universe through the Pa'ut of Anukeperah, and you learn the details, the technical details of being a superhuman, meaning superhumane, with all of your brain functions at high divine order levels. Life on earth becomes sweet. You don't have depression. You don't have anger. You won't have sadness and grief and remorse. You will have bliss, joy, happiness, and deep meaning in your life. We thank you for enjoying this video by the grace of heaven, and we look forward to giving you much more about these Pa'uti. Dwawend Hotepu.